Today, we're going to talk through this loaded college basketball Wednesday slate, find winners on Prize Picks as well, and let's please cash a squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Disney adults scare the shit out of me. They need to be put on a list. Look, you go on a family trip to Disney every once in a while, once a year, sure. As long as you're not rocking the Mickey Mouse ears and you don't got the satchel with the pins,
we're okay.
All
got those, dude.
Yo, Rav, you buying back in? He says he thinks he's buying back in, which means fades.
Wow.
The Steelers. Again, this system is 100% profitable. Those do not grow on trees, folks. So if you want to get involved, all you got to do is fade a Steelers fan. Find a Steelers fan, number one. Number two, fade them. Cereal is one of the fakest sharp foods you can eat. Big Breakfast has forced cereal down our throats for years, and I'm on to it. If you don't see me on this show tomorrow, you know who did it. It's Big Breakfast. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Wednesday, episode 849 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Pikkit Sports. If you're not using Pikkit every day like me, like Jovan, like the rest of the Bookit Squad, start using Pikkit right now. Download that app before you forget. Right this second. Hurry up, go. Download Pikkit. Start using that puppy every single day, like us over here at Bookit W Pickets. Jovan, how we doing? Happy Wednesday, bro.
Up and moving, ready to get some lick backs.
Yeah, we got some work to do. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and start with some recaps here, Squad Rod. That's on me. That's on me.
Yep, didn't come through. Still lost up. Shout out.
I mean, I'd rather honestly Nebraska just keep winning at this point and have the bit continue.
We have a little more of a reason to go back to it.
Pretty blown about this. Michigan finds a way to win, and I don't respect our coins enough to cover. They hand Nebraska their first loss. All for nothing. What should have been a very celebratory night. See Nebraska, the most fraudulent team in college basketball, lose. Ended up being pretty sour after that squad ride was cake. So would have been nice to know that Rank Mast wasn't playing and had the flu. That's why the spread was probably so fat. And if I knew that, I probably would not have been all over Michigan. I would have said, okay, that line makes a little bit more sense now because one of their best players is out. So that sucked. That's just the name of the game in college basketball. You don't know the injury until those guys step on the floor pretty much. So that was rat shit. Let's go ahead and recap the Sharp report. That was even worse, if that's even possible. Unacceptable. Embarrassing.
Horse nuck.
Terrible plays. Embarrassing that we do this for a living, and this is what we gave the people yesterday. An absolute fucking joke. An absolute fucking joke, and I'm sick of it. Terrible plays. What am I doing fading Price Sanford? He was raining threes in that game. I think he had 30 points. Fading Playoff Bob. That ain't Playoff Bob. That is a shell of himself. That guy stinks. Oklahoma lost by 4. Nice. Michigan won, didn't cover. Pitt actually respect the coins. Out of all the stuff on this fucking Sharp report,
for Pitt to be the ones, it's crazy.
Pitt? And then Jovan, I mean, you could talk about your plays, man.
Yeah, never was the Who's, never was Purdue. Worst first half of the year in the West Virginia game. Never had a shot. Henley was horrible. I didn't know their injury situation either. They had like 3 guys out, which kind of fucked that. But name of the game, Hunter Huff respecting late, even though it shouldn't have been that sweaty, was only highlight.
Go Irish.
Did better goods. Don't want to hear it.
Pretty blown. I had Hunter Huff nuked at 17.5. He got bumped up 2 points. And right before the game, Rudy was like, nuke this goalie save square that just got put up a minute ago. We got 7 minutes, he told me. So I paired it with Hunter Huff, our favorite square from yesterday. Got bumped up to 17.5, hooked. So that was cool. Add that to the list of bullshit yesterday. Yeah, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's go ahead and recap King of the Board.
Let's go.
At least we hit for King of the Board. So W's there. Happy you cashed. And hopefully most people who tailed that square locked it in earlier before it got bumped. So, yeah, great call. Great call.
Thanks for Maxi, fellas.
Yep. Pro Saw Ski team comeback. Good to see you guys on the YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Anybody lurking in the Twitch? I'm not expecting any subbies here. We do have a couple subbies, actually. Wow. That could bring the vibes up. We got Dead Larry Bird getting involved, resubbing. W plays yesterday. Dead Larry Bird, the system was humming besides Oklahoma. Sade Whiteman coming in, giving out a 5-unit subway. Let's go, Sades. Attaboy. Attaboy. Jay Thorpe getting involved as well with a resub. WJ Thorpe. Appreciate you guys. W Props and Chops, LMNG, P-Dub for these stream streaks. Appreciate you guys. Okay, thank you for showing some heart on a Wednesday afternoon. We've got a hype train moving and grooving as well. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay? Dubs. Hand up. Pagula over getting hooked was a shit wager. It is what it is, Lancer. You were due for a stinker. You've been spoon-feeding green the last 2 weeks. You were due for one. We got Spicy 3 Avi getting involved with the resub as well. Bang. W Spicy 3 Avi. We appreciate you, boss. Yeah. Jovan in the YouTube, I'm pretty pissed about how yesterday went. I mean, this is the epitome of my life, pretty much how this goes, where wrote an article on the 10 ranked games yesterday. Should have just bet all those games because I went 8-2 on these 10 plays from the article for yesterday's slate. The 2 losses were the 2 plays I picked to put on the Sharp Report, my 2 favorite plays from here, Michigan, Oklahoma. Those are my 2 straight bet losses from the Sharp Report. So that pretty much perfectly encapsulates, epitomizes, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it, how my life works, where those 8 winners are going to get completely swept under the rug, as they should. They weren't on the Sharp Report. They were not my favorite plays. I'd rather just go 0-10 overall, to be honest. Sucks. The Michigan State Rutgers over was maybe my best work. Hit 2 overs on this card.
Super rare.
Notre Dame plus 9.5 was the freest bet of the night. Providence UConn over, like I said, was free along with Michigan State.
Vandy might have been wager of night.
Yeah, seriously.
That was them and Bama, 2 knockings.
Bama was an absolute blowout. They played great. George Washington should have won that game outright. Vanderbilt absolutely mucked up Kentucky as well. They covered. UMass almost beat Miami of Ohio outright as well. That was the freest of covers.
Nuts.
And then Indiana, I mean, was always Indiana. Yeah.
Always was.
8-2 on the article plays, 0-2 from the plays I took on the Sharp Report. I apologize, chat. Again, I don't know why I don't listen to myself. Why do I not take my least confident plays and put that on the Sharp Report? Why don't I adjust to put up plays that win, not just my favorite plays, not just plays where it's the nastiest look. Put my least favorite plays in there. Because I always know that my favorite play, my second favorite play, that shit's going to be kicked. Plays 3 through 5 are going to be free. That's how it's always gone. That's how it always will go. That's how it's going to go today. That's how it went yesterday. Why not adjust? That's something I need to work on, for sure. Is maybe not putting my most confident play on the Sharp Report, maybe putting some of my least confident plays I'm going to take, because those ones are free as shit. And that's just an adjustment thing I need to really work on here. So, at the end of the day, all that matters is plays turning green and winners. Right now, simply not providing them at the rate that you guys deserve. So I apologize. Need to be much better. Need to be sharper. Need to put up plays that turn green. Simple as that. You guys deserve better. Okay? And I'm going to give it my all today, tomorrow, Friday, through the weekend. We're going to fire up a Night Sweats this weekend and stream with you guys. I'm going to give it my all. Okay? That I can promise you. But some tweaks need to happen. Some adjustments need to be made. Need to trust my gut more on plays. Need to not go with my favorite play of the day, because that shit is always cake. Always cake. Do me a favor, guys. RSVP to the big game party we have coming up. Super Bowl party coming up here in a week and a half, right? W's. We have a sick venue. We have around 200 spots. We only have about 100 left. We already have, let me check the Carfax here. We already have 104 people RSVP'd out of the 200, so less than half the spots are available. If you are coming, make sure you RSVP now. RSVP ASAP. We got the links pinned in the Twitch and the YouTube. Okay, we're going to have a full food bar We're going to have a dessert bar. You're going to get 2 free drink tickets. You guys get to hang out with the Bookit Squad, sweat out for the Super Bowl. If you hit a 6-man Prize Picks lineup, you'll get a share at $1,000 of promo on Prize Picks. So could be for $1. You fire off a couple 6-mans for $1 each. There's no limit. There's no specific, minimum Prize Picks lineup amount. Fire off a couple 6-mans. If you hit one, you could be the only one in that building that hits one, and you could, take home $1,000 in Prize Picks promo. Join us at the Backyard in Dallas for the Super Bowl. Starts up around an hour before the Super Bowl, I believe, like 4:30 Central. 4:30 Central. Very excited to sweat out with some of the GOATs. I've already gotten some DMs, people saying, I want to fly in. I'm making it happen. I'm getting a hotel. Love that. That's a lot of heart. That's a lot of heart. More heart than Trent showed today when he woke up and said, I'm not going to the office today. My car's not built for the weather. Roads are totally fine. Roads could not have been more fine out there on the streets today. So W Trent. No. Excited for the yap later today. Spicy 3 Avi. Appreciate the subby along with our, obviously, Sade coming in here, dropping a 5-unit sub. Wow. W Sade. W Sade.
Selling Bookit hats there as well. So
we are going to be selling some Bookit hats, some new Bookit hats fresh off the press. Okay, so bring some cash, bring some money. I'm sure we'll be taking card as well. So, excited to sell some Bookit merch, hang out with you guys for the Super Bowl. RSVP now if you're coming, even if you're not local. Make the move. We got 2 airports down here. Flights are pretty cheap to Dallas. So, see if you can grab a buddy or 2 and make sure you all RSVP, not just one. Make sure everybody RSVPs. Get involved. Okay? Dubs.
Involved.
Awesome. Very excited for the Super Bowl. Hope you guys are too, chat. You guys could probably guess who I'm going to be on in the bowl. Okay? Dubs. I know Goots sick. He def had Mazzetti ML. How close was it, Goots?
He won the first 2 sets and then retired because he hurt his groin.
No fucking chance.
He was going to win. And Djokovic literally in the interview was like, I should not be here right now. He was like, I was going to lose. He was like, I was not feeling good at all.
No shot, Goots.
Literally won the first 2 sets and then pulled his groin.
That's just.
I could have just went to bed early.
They gave me a DNP on the Djokovic more than games.
That makes sense, nice. But my wager...
You certainly do not get a DNP.
Probably not. I didn't even check. I just figured it was cake.
No, I doubt you do. That sucks. Corey Camper went less than his threes. Robbie Avila had 4 threes. One of them was a game winner.
Wait.
That was a shit square. Wait a minute. Goots might have gotten a handout.
Yeah, I did get a handout.
All right, Goots.
Wow. I got a push. How about it, folks?
Rare W handout, Goots.
W handout.
Love that.
I didn't even check. I was pissed late night. I should have just checked.
All good. Jamarcus Lawrence was a shit square I gave out yesterday as well. He had 4 assists. I don't know why that square was up. Again, just a freebie. Just a freebie they're giving out for the people. What other squares did we craft up yesterday that were cake or steak? Malik Thomas was a dog shit square on UVA. Stephon Vox was a great look. Fading the freshman on Providence. That was a good call, Jovan. Oscar Clough. Sorry, what'd you say? I keep cutting you off. That's on me.
I was just saying I have no idea how he stayed less than. He had like the quickest 7 points in history. So we got
and that game soared over too. Crazy.
Yeah, went to double OT.
Yep. Oscar Clough is a dog shit basketball player. I feel like I was watching the fat dragon from How to Train Your Dragon, the one that was like the slowest one that was in the back that could barely like get around and fly. I feel like that's who I was watching when I was watching Oscar Clough in the paint in that game last night. Embarrassing.
Yeah, he's really bad.
He should be embarrassed. Paul McNeil, less than 3s, was free. Again, guys, I apologize for the Bobrovsky goals allowed square yesterday. I apologize from the Peyton Sanford less than point square. He had 20 points with ease. Those are just terrible reads and terrible squares. Embarrassing. Let's hope the ones today go better. Dudes, I'd like for you to toot your horn here for a second about Notre Dame. That was a great game last night. You deserve it. They doubted you. I pussied out. I didn't even take them.
They're showing so much heart the past 2 games.
They're not good.
I cannot.
But they showed so much heart.
I know, and I cannot believe we lost that game.
Yeah.
2 OTs, just quail shit last couple second defense, just letting open shots go in.
Yeah.
I
was rooting for your boys, man.
I can't be that angry because there's no reason we should have even been in
the
that
effort
game.
Was there.
The effort was there. It's just
Certainly.
the only way we even are in games is if Cole Serta and Shrewsbury make threes, and that's exactly what
I
happened.
think I said, I forget if it was in the article or if it was just on stream yesterday. I said this game's going to come down to Cole Serta making his threes.
I mean, yeah, he scored a career
And
high. So
that was the only reason they were in that game.
I was
really.
ready to fire out the tweet with a picture of Cole Serta and say, I will name my firstborn son Cole Serta.
Yeah,
But I couldn't do it. Sucked.
Career high last night.
Maybe me just thinking that and being excited to tweet that was the reason we lost.
Definitely didn't help.
No.
Definitely did not help.
I was so ready to send that tweet.
Fucking UVA, man. Bunch of jerks. All right. Monken to the Browns is disgusting. AFC running through Baltimore in the Big 2-6. Thoughts on Monken? The Browns?
I don't know what they're doing.
Hilarious.
I mean, I don't mind Monken, but he is not a head coach. I cannot see him running. I cannot see him running a team room. I just can't.
That's crazy.
The Bookit graphic we did, worst hires. Yeah, that'll be on there come next year.
Yep. You're probably right. All right, guys. We got a loaded college basketball slate today. It's not as good as yesterday, but it's solid. Very excited to break this puppy down with you guys. Maybe even talk a little NHL. Maybe talk a little NBA. We'll see. I believe Jovan has all CBB plays, all 5.
I do. Yeah.
CBB plays on the Sharp Report, which is rare and could be a W here. I'm excited for those. We'll talk about those in a second. Before we do,
love a Trent UCO card. I don't know if you peeped that, but you know the basically Frozen Frenzy.
Yeah,
they have that for Champions League today in soccer.
Wow, that's very cool.
18 games all at the same time.
Wow, has that already started right now?
No, but we need a Trent POD in all 18 games.
Yeah,
that would be just.
Would love to see that.
Starts at 2.
Okay. Before we get into the Sharp Report for today, let's talk about some Sharp products here. Manscaped. Manscaped, the GOATs. They got everything. They got beard trimmers. I need to try the beard trimmer. That's the only thing here I really have not tried. The body buffer is absolutely goated. Seriously, if you guys don't have one of these, you could just order this alone, but wait until we get you a promo code that works. We apologize for how long it's taking to get a promo code. We apologize. That's on us. We're going to get you a promo code. We're going to get you guys some discounts. So wait. Do not purchase any products yet. I know you're all excited, right? I mean, you saw what the dome shaver did to my dome. You saw it.
Shaved dome.
You saw it in person. You saw it on the stream. You saw it in the clips. You saw the skin safe technology working in the videos. And look, there was not a single nick on my head. So I thought I was going to be gushing blood. I thought the top of my head was going to be red as heck. I thought I was going to look like a freak when you guys were shaving my head. I was genuinely worried about it. That was the one thing I was worried about when I was about to be bald, was I'm going to look like I'm going to have weird stuff on my head. I'm going to have cuts on my head from them shaving it somewhere they never shaved before. I was genuinely concerned. Not a single nick, not a single speck of blood on the dome piece. Shout out the skin safe technology. Shout out the dome shaver. Very, very good product. Yeah, I mean, this thing was an absolute workhorse, man. Absolute workhorse. If you're like me and you're just thinking, you know what, the hairline's toast, I don't want to get a turkey yet, and you're giving up, buy one of these. Okay, this will take care of business. This will have you looking like King Neptune from SpongeBob. Okay? And then don't even get me started with the lawnmower. If you don't have a lawnmower and you're trying to speak to women in the Big 2-6, figure it out. Go back to the drawing boards. Okay, that should be your number one change, your number one purchase immediately. Now wait for the promo code because we're going to get you a nice discount. If you're trying to speak to women in the Big 2-6 and you don't have a lawnmower in your possession, big mistake. Big mistake you're going to regret later on. I'll tell you right now. I've had this product for 5 years. I've bought multiple. I think I had the 1, the 3, and the 5.0, which is out right now. Elite product. No nicks whatsoever. Safe, right? It's always a concerning topic. The lawnmower delivers time and time again. And they got some ball ointment. They got some feet deodorant. They've got any product you could possibly think of as a dude.
Ball toner.
Ball toner. I've not gotten to use that yet. They got ball toner.
It's unreal.
Anything you could possibly need as a man. Okay? In the Big 2-6. And we're going to get you guys right with a promo here shortly. We're waiting on the promo codes. We're waiting to hear back from Manscaped. So, yeah, you guys are going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. Just hold your horses. Okay? Don't add anything to the cart just yet. We're going to get you guys a promo code, save you guys some money in the Big 2-6. And we'll be doing some giveaways where if you guys send us your receipts, We'll give you some prize picks promo, some stuff like that. So be on the lookout. Be ready. We'll let you know in BTL, obviously, once we're ready to deploy that promo code. We apologize for how long it's taking. Okay?
I want to address Bobby Bichet's question. A normal regular square 6-man on prize picks 25x, right, Jovan?
Believe so.
Yeah. So it's 25x minimum 6-man, just a regular 6-man. If you hit higher, W's. But yeah, 25x.
Let's go.
They were asking what the requirements are. Like a 6-man green Gabi lineup that's like a 2x? No.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't really have that specified in the terms, so I might have to get that added to the site.
Yep, we're going to add that.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's move on to the Sharp Report. Enough yapping. W Manscaped out. W Don't Fade 86 getting involved here as well. W's can't wait for the ball turner promo code. We got you, Don't Fade 86. I'm honestly curious to try that as well. I'll be purchasing some myself with the promo code and checking that puppy out. Yep.
The way we got.
I'll give you guys an honest review.
2 different plays, 2 same games.
Yep. We got Bet Your Ass Mikey Will getting involved as well. We got TTV, CJJ getting involved on the stream streak as well. We appreciate you guys. W stream streaks. Let us know if you have them so we can shout you out and gas you up. Thank you again, Don't Fade 86 for the resub. Okay. Let's talk about why the Seminoles are winning this game today. Nasty, nasty line. Kind of reminds me of Pitt yesterday where I'm thinking to myself, Jovan, FSU should not be a favorite against anybody. They really shouldn't at this point. They are a dog shit program. Bad team. Not a ton of talent. They've changed, year to year from when they had Coach Leonard Hamilton, who was very slow and had a lot of athletic guys. This team likes to run. They're a little faster. Hasn't really worked out too well. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. They're playing a Cal team that's won their last 2 games in a row. They're entering this game on a little bit of a hot streak for Cal, a team that peaked early on this season, hit a pretty big lull, and has now since bounced back with 2 upset outright wins, Jovan, against UNC and Stanford in their last 2 games. 2 very impressive wins, for sure, for Mr. John Camden, former Hokie, and the Cal Bears. Don't get me wrong. And speaking of Cal, how about Ron Rivera interviewing for the Cardinals job? People forget that. Shout out Ron.
Unbelievable.
That would be the worst hire of the century, by the way. But this Florida State team, Jovan, is bad. This reminds me of the very exact same spot that we took Pitt in last night, where I'm thinking to myself, why is Pitt a favorite? Well, why is Florida State a favorite? Why is Florida State catching steam in the Big 2-6? I don't know, and I want to find out here. I'll back Mr. Robert McCray, probably their only, good player, to be honest, at this point. Chauncey Wiggins is okay, I guess. He's their big man who transferred from Clemson. He was a backup at Clemson, and now he's pretty much the best big man on this Florida State team. Excuse me. I'll back the Seminoles in a spot where they're catching steam. They shouldn't be a favorite against anybody. I feel like the books are kind of showing their hand here at an ACC game. I feel like Cal drops their first game in their last 3, and Florida State gets a much-needed win here at home, only their second win in ACC play.
Sure. I'm down, and I have a different play in the game. Might as well just talk about that, but I think it follows the same script. If FSU wins and covers this game's going over, and I think that's what it has to follow. So, I like the over, partially because, FSU is god-awful. They're nuck. They play fast, though, and the one thing that's actually improved about their team over the last couple of weeks, despite, the box scores and the final showings, is that they actually reshuffled their lineup, so it includes some size now. Chauncey Wiggins is pretty big to be at the 3, which is where he is right now. They brought Steen into the starting lineup, which he's 6'9". I forget their guy's name who's at the 4, but he's 6'8". Cal is small, and their only big presence inside is Lee Dort, who cannot play in a game as fast as what FSU is going to play tonight. So they're going to get 75 offensive rebounds if they so choose, and I think they're going to run Lee Dort off the floor, which Cal can also keep up a little bit when it comes to Justin Pippen and Dede. It's a good matchup for them, and I think they'll torch these guards. But I think the size in the end will probably be the difference, which is why FSU's offense should have a pretty solid floor compared to just needing to shoot a billion threes like they were trying to do early in the year. So they'll probably dominate the glass, dominate second chance points against Cal, which is probably why they're -3.5 at home. It's a game that's 80-70. And then towards the end of the game, it's going to get weird, and FSU is going to push towards 90-something. Then we call it.
Okay. WSL job, I do think the over and the Seminoles here correlate. So we know Cal can score as well. They can keep up, put up some points. They don't play a lot of defense, so that's for sure. One of their best players, John Camden, they take him off the courts at the end of games on defensive sets because he's a liability. So not the only guy on that team that doesn't play defense. Day-Day Ames does not play a lot of defense either. So, yeah, let's hope the Seminoles absolutely roll here and carry their weight for the over. Okay?
Yep.
Let's talk about the Frogs. Looks like we both got to play in this Frogs game as well. Kind of a Battle of Berg here, a little side quest. Not exactly a Battle of Berg, but
kind of.
certainly not correlated. TCU, I like them plus 7.5, a team that plays up and down to their competition pretty much every game. David Punch, good enough down low. I like Jaden Pierre, pretty good ball player, transferred from Georgetown, I believe. Brock Harding, pretty efficient player as well. Can run the point, can at least control the offense and limit the mistakes here. And what you're going to hear today is, well, Houston just lost to Texas Tech. They're not losing 2 games in a row, kind of like Purdue last night, where people are saying, no way this Purdue team loses 3 games in a row. Good spot to buy low in. Guys, this is college basketball. Crazy shit happens every night, damn near every game. And Houston could certainly lose 2 games in a row. Not saying they lose outright. Okay, they probably do find a way to squeak through here and get a low-scoring W in this game. Does not help that TCU is coming off of 2 wins as well. So you're kind of buying high on the Frogs too. But we also know that they're pretty well coached. They have some talent on their team, maybe not as much as Houston, but Houston is coming off a game where they just got absolutely ran up and down the court to no success. They lost 86-90, but high-scoring affair. They played against a Texas Tech team that likes to run. They like to pick up the tempo, right? And Houston showed that they're beatable in that fashion, in that sense. TCU can do that a little bit as well at times, or they could play a little bit more to the comp with Houston and maybe slow it down a little bit too. You know, they might not be as fast and run as quick as Texas Tech did. It kind of got Houston out of balance here, but if Houston slows this game down, that's no problem for Brock Harding in this game. He can run slow and operate that offense, you know, at a little slower level as well. But if they start to run and we need TCU in transition, I feel like they're able to beat Houston a little bit like we saw Texas Tech beat them too. So going to need Jaden Pierre in transition. Going to need Xavier Edmonds in transition as well. He's coming off of 2 really good games. We'll see if he can keep that up. Probably not statistically, but I like the Frogs here to keep it within a couple baskets at home. Same exact spot as Indiana last night. I do think they end up coming through here, and I'll be on the Frogs with the points.
I will wish you the best of luck, kind of, in that wager, Krabs, which I do think we can both hit. I like the team total under. They're not scoring in this game. But I go back to like what we saw against Michigan. The Michigan game final score is 67-63. That's TCU's best chance to cover in this game, frankly, because they're not keeping up with Houston. If they try to play fast, that's going to be a problem. If this game gets honestly past like the game total, TCU's not covering this game. So I think, honestly, for them staying under this and keeping it a low and slow game is probably their best hope. The thing about it is TCU, they're coming off of, 2 fantastic games, including their yearly win at Baylor. They just don't lose at Baylor for God knows what reason. But it was also their best offensive performance in regulation, the most points they put up in regulation since 2022. And that was incredible. Not only did they get, I guess, the big man involved, I guess, in Xavier Edmonds, but Jaden Pierre had a career high. He had 25, one of the best games he's had in a TCU uniform by far. But they also did it without their best player on the floor. David Punch was sick, and now he's going to be back tonight. I think that spells trouble, not on the defensive end as much, which is good for your side of the bet, but offensively, like their only path to scoring is really in the paint unless you get a career day from Jaden Pierre. So like Xavier Edmonds is going to have to score for them to have offense. David Punch has to score to have offense. Neither of them can shoot. It comes down to like the stray Lelavicius, like 3. He's their stretch big man that plays a little bit of the 3. Pierre, Brock Harding's not really a huge scorer. You get like Michael Robinson off the bench. It's tough sledding trying to win in the paint consistently against Houston. I don't think they're going to do it. Also add that not only is TCU coming off of one of the best offensive games they've had in 3 years now as far as non-OT games. It's not just the fact that Houston lost, but they lost by getting shredded on the defensive end, which is super, super rare. And frankly, a lot of it was in the paint. Obviously, a lot of it was JT Toppin. TCU doesn't have JT Toppin, but they're going to come out fired up on the defensive end of this one. I don't think TCU cracks 60, but there's also a pretty good chance that Houston's right there with them, and you also win this wager.
Thought the total in this game was a little high. be honest, and moving up. A little bit
I mean, they
concerned
must
about
have
that team
had,
total under, but
90 points in the last game.
yeah, sure. That's mainly because of Texas Tech. I'm with you on that.
Well, TCU too.
Yeah,
At 97.
sure. Baylor does not play a ton of defense either. I mean, Houston's defense is not as elite as it's been in recent years, to be honest with you. They're ranked 65th in opponent 3-point percentage. They gave up 41% from behind the arc against Texas Tech in their last game. They are beatable from behind the 3-point arc like they typically are not. This year, they are a little bit. Their defense has taken a step back. Maybe they've sacrificed a little bit of defense for offense. Maybe, Coach Sampson is kind of assimilating into this new era of basketball where offense reigns supreme. And maybe he's making some adjustments thinking, well, we haven't won shit with a defensive-minded team. Maybe we got to find a more even balance, right? A team that can score a little bit too. And, they've got some guys coming off of great games. You've got Kingston Flemings, who we're going to talk about here in a moment. The freshman, stud, leads the team in points per game. Hilarious. On this stacked Houston team, the Kingston Flemings is leading the team in points per game, but he's a bucket. He's coming off an unbelievable game. He scored 40 points, I believe, 42 points in that last game against Texas Tech. He shot 8 from 10 from the free throw line, 4 for 9 from 3, 15 for 26 in the game. Very, very efficient, 57% field goal percentage in that contest. We'll talk about it in a little bit, why this kid is not going to splooge back-to-back games, but I am a little bit worried about the under in this game. I just feel like this is not, Mima and Peepaw's Houston Cougs. We'll see if TCU follows suit, though, and can put the ball in the hoop. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, let's talk about my last straight bet here. Give me the Senators late night on the ice. Love this spot on the ice. Only 3 games tonight, unfortunately, on the ice, but I do want to fade the Avs. I thought they were a little bit of a short fade. Thought they opened up a little short against a team barely over 500. They opened up minus 150-ish. Now they're down to minus 140-ish. The Avs are showing that they're human of late. They've lost 3 of their last 5 games, I believe. Still sitting at 35, 6, and 9. Just an absurd record. One of the best records I've seen on the ice to start a season in my lifetime. This team is a wagon. Don't get me wrong, but seeing Ottawa catch all this steam at home makes me think we could squeak in another fade here on the Avs while they are showing that they are not unbeatable, right? Of late, losing a couple games here. They lost to the Flyers. They lost to the Ducks. They lost to the Preds. Those are all games they were favorites in. So what's another one here, potentially? I don't think it's that crazy of an ask to back an Ottawa team here at home catching 10 cents of steam when Colorado has pretty much been minus 175 or greater favorites in every game so far this season. Thought this line was a little bit telling. Maybe the Avs are human. Would not be shocked if they drop another game here, and I'll take my chances back in Ottawa around plus 120 at home to hand the Avs another L.
Yeah, it's a nasty play. I like it from you, Krabs.
I liked seeing, you guys know I love that goals allowed category. I loved seeing James Reimer up for 3.5 goals allowed when he's been terrible in net for Ottawa. Jovan, he's given up 4 goals in 4 of his last 5 games. Terrible.
Yes.
Really bad. Very green charts. Even at this 3.5 goals allowed square number, it's still very green because he's been dog shit. Well, it's a demon, which is giving me some hope as well. If it was a normal square, which you've certainly seen this year against the Avs, I would be a little more hesitant. But seeing that as a demon, looks like a very, very green, very free more than, that gives me some life here. Makes me think that, maybe James Reimer locks in here for the first time in a while and gives up less than 3.5 goals.
Sure. I'm in on that.
Okay.
I like that.
I wish I could take that less than, man. I really do. All right.
Maybe
you got
you
one
will
more
be
straight
able
bet
to
for the
at some point.
peeps. Take us to Santa Clara.
Yeah, Santa Clara. They're playing the Dons Krabs. They just almost won outright as 15-ish point dogs against the Zags, a very shorthanded Zags team at that. But they put up a good fight, especially after getting punched in the mouth early. They were getting smoked out the gate in that game and I guess fought back. They had a really good second half, really good end of the first half as well. Ended up losing by 2. So sweat-free cover for the Dons on the road against the Zags to add on to that. Now you go and play a Santa Clara team, which not only – it's going to be tough in a couple different ways for the Dons to score in this game. One of the reasons that they fought back and covered and almost beat the Zags is because they shot 14 of 28 from 3 in that game, which the fact that they couldn't find much success in the paint against a Zags team that the area they're shorthanded in is with their bigs. There was no Graham Ike. There's no Braden Huff for a while now too. So you got Diagne and Innocenti coming off the bench, or were coming off the bench, and now they're starting. So like that's their weakest point of their team right now. They still couldn't score in the paint. Now they get to play statistically the best paint defense in the WCC in Santa Clara, who has, I mean, insane bodies in the paint, which is why they've suffocated pretty much every offense in the WCC so far. The same is going to happen in this one. So, I mean, I love the fade spot coming off of just one of their best performances of the season in terms of a loss, and definitely their best shooting performance of the season against the Zags on the road in a game they almost won. But this matchup is tough. Like, there's going to be a lot of pressure on both of their guards in this one between Beasley and Tyrone Riley. I don't think they're going to be up for it. So I like Santa Clara to drop some knock.
All right. Yeah, I mean, fading San Fran after their legacy game where they still fell short. I feel like that's a pretty good spot. Gave it their all. In that last game, still could not beat the Zags. So, all right. Yeah, pretty big number as well for a game between these two squads that are relatively even in the Ken Pom and just in general in the WCC, right? Pretty big number.
Kind of a crazy gauntlet, too. Back-to-back road games at the Zags and at Santa Clara. Back-to-back is tough.
Now, the Broncos have not treated us too well in sharp spots. Let's hope that changes tonight. Let's get a 10-plus win.
Sometimes. I like that they're coming off a game that, I mean, I don't know how the hell they didn't cover. They were minus 13.5, won by 12 against the San Diego team that is piss poor and has no big. So, I mean,
okay. Awesome.
Bounce back off that, I guess.
Yep. I remember taking Jalen Williams squares when he was on this team not too long ago.
Now you get to take Christian Hammond.
Yeah, he's
calling it a day.
Not as good as Ben Hammond, but close.
Did Ben Hammond, how did he do last night?
He balled out once again. He's averaging 18 points per game in his last 5. He's shooting more than 50% from 3 over his last 5 games. Ben Hammond is actually goated.
I was interested because last night I was looking like right before the game started. That was one of the first times I've seen him on the PP board.
About time he starts getting some respect.
Yeah.
It made sense early on this season why he wasn't up. He wasn't starting. But he's been starting every game now down the stretch. As he should. He's one of our best players. He's way better than Neo. That's for sure.
They had Neo 1.5 threes green last night.
Yeah, he shot 8 of them, so he better make 2.
I'm slowly climbing aboard the Toby Lawal train as well.
Toby Lawal is a great ball player.
Slowly, Jovan.
He's really good. So they showed on the broadcast last night, I guess, the record for NBA vertical, and I could probably get the actual number.
Yeah.
Record for NBA vertical at Combine. I wanted to see who it was so I could gas them up. Yeah, it was Keon Johnson, 48 inches, which is just an insane vertical. They showed last night on a graphic, 49.5 inches, Toby Lawal's vertical.
No.
So he's going to break that record at the Combine.
He's the perfect, like, project NBA guy.
Yeah, and he makes his free throws right now. He's hit a couple threes this year. I wouldn't say it's anything special shooting-wise. If they could develop his 3-ball, he'd be a really good 3-and-D guy, and honestly a guy who could also play some defense in the paint as well. He plays bigger than he is. The dude jumps through the ceiling. I think Goots can concur. He actually might be an NBA player.
Might be.
Yeah, he might be.
He keeps doing things when I'm watching that impress me.
And he's back in the starting lineup now.
Good. Yeah,
healthy
he's
again.
Fully healthy, yeah.
Once again, they blew the cover last night. I don't know why I'm acting all happy like they played great. They blew the cover against Georgia Tech once again last night. Again, they almost lost the game. When they were up 15 points with 4 minutes left, they almost lost the game. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to have a heart attack rooting for this team this season. They're going to get a big lead in the NCAA tournament and blow it in the first round, and I'm going to be in absolute quail urine. But
against Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, probably. They'll probably play Miami of Ohio in the first round. Yep. I can't believe they squeaked by. They should have lost last night.
Should have. Never lose.
8-2 on the article plays, and the only 2 losses were in the fucking Sharp report, man. God damn it. All right. Let's talk about some squares. Enough yapping about Toby Lawal's vertical. You guys will see it all for yourself in the NBA next year. David Riddich. If you think I'm giving up on these goals lot squares, you don't know me. I'm not giving up. I'm going down with the ship. Okay, I'm not throwing in the white flag. David Riddich has been dog shit this season. He's given up an average of 4 goals per game in 4 of his last 5. 4, 4, 1, 3, and 5. Dog shit. Had one good start mixed in there against Nashville. Somehow held them to 1 goal. Pretty offensive-minded team. David Rittich has been absolute dog shit, Jovan. And this is the square that's been up the longest today in this category. It's the only normal square up. All the other ones are demons, which probably aren't hitting, to be honest. David Rittich is up for 2.5 goals allowed against, the other New York team in the Rangers, who are just not passing the eye test for me this season so far, Jovan. I think you could probably concur that they've lost their fastball a little bit here. Now, let's hope I'm not jinxing them. Okay, but they have not been the same team this year as previous years. They're still sitting under 500 right now. They're catching a bunch of steam today. They're down from like plus 120 to plus 110, so not really sure what's good with that. But I do like the under in this game. I think if the Rangers do win, it's going to be in a low-scoring affair, and I could certainly see the Islanders playing pretty well in this game as well and maybe pulling out the victory. I'm staying off a side. I do lean the under 6.5 in this game, and I certainly like Mr. David Rittich less than 2.5 goals allowed against the Rangers at home.
Yeah. Get him a little bounce back. He's been horrible in January.
Yep. Really bad.
Three of their 5 games, giving up 4+.
Yep.
He hasn't been too bad this season. He's been pretty good. So maybe it's back to the norm.
Okay. Let's hope. He's been playing like shit recently. So,
yeah.
Yep, like the under, and I'm hoping Rittich is on his head in the net tonight. Okay.
Would be so good.
Let's talk about Kingston Flemings and why I'm fading him. Like I talked about earlier, guys, he is coming off of a 42 Berg. 42 points against Texas Tech. Everybody was scoring. Everybody was, making buckets in that game, especially on Texas Tech. I mean, what a performance from them in that game. But the freshman really stepped up for Houston, Kingston Flemings. I feel like it'll be more Emmanuel Sharp in this game on the roads. We've seen, a lot of these first, freshmen. I'm trying to call them rookies in my brain because they're not even college players at this point. Seen a lot of freshmen, have a good game, maybe on the road, usually at home, and then drop a stinker on the road in their next game. Look, it might be TCU. It might not be a ranked opponent, but that's still not the easiest place to play of all time. I'm sure that place is going to get up tonight.
It's a super tough place to play. Super, slept on.
Yeah.
They'll remember, and Sharp will remember, because last time Houston went there 2 years ago, they lost.
Okay, good. Yeah, it gives me Castle vibes in Blacksburg, where it's like an older arena, and, they pack that place up. There'll be plenty of students there, I'm sure. They'll probably be doing some promotion at the game as they should. And have we seen any promotions? Excuse me?
Well, they canceled class today, not for this game, but because of the weather. So,
yep.
Which, I mean, we'll see how it works out. I always say I fade TCU in what's the biggest game of the year for them every single year. This is that one, which could be sketchy, but everybody is going to be there tonight. It's going to be packed.
Yeah, it's going to be packed. No shot Houston loses 2 games in a row. Well, when Kingston Flemings goes less than a 17.5 points prize pick square, I think TCU will have a chance to maybe knock off Cougs, but I'm getting ahead of myself there. I think it's a good spot to fade Kingston Flemings coming off a 42 piece. If I'm TCU, I'm thinking to myself, let's take out the best scorer on this Cougs team. Let's let anybody else beat us, whether it's someone down low or whether it's Emmanuel Sharp as well. Let anybody else beat you. Not this stud freshman coming off a 42 piece. I'm sure they've seen the film. I'm sure that's been a keynote for how they can attack this Cougars team at home on a Wednesday night. If they let him splooge and go off, they probably don't have a chance to cover in this game. So it's pretty much like taking TCU plus 7.5 in prize pick square form. Is taking Fleming less than 17.5 points allowed. Let's hope this goes better than the Nebraska fade last night. Okay?
Yeah. No sneak injuries, I guess, too, would be goated.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. All right, what do you got on prize picks? I'll drop the link to the Sharp Report format. I already locked that puppy in.
Fading Xavier Edmonds.
Okay.
On his PR, which he is a tough shot maker, but it's also very convenient that, he's had back-to-back double-doubles now. It's his best stretch of the season. The 3 worst paint defenses in the Big 12 are Utah, Baylor, and Oklahoma State. Those also happen to be the last 3 teams that TCU has played, and he wasn't even good against Utah. He had 8-6, but his 18-10, 23-10 came in the last 2 games against Baylor and Oklahoma State. So great matchups for him, and truthfully, he really doesn't get super open looks at the rim. It's all just contested. He also had 11 free throws in his last game against Baylor. So he's safe to say, whether I don't know what they're going to do when Punch comes back, whether they're going to put Tugler on him or Senak, but regardless, both those guys are tenacious defenders, and he's not going to have really any close open looks at the rim tonight. Add on to the fact, there's nobody that gets in foul trouble more than Xavier Edmonds. TCU's played 20 games this year. He's had 4 fouls in 10 of them. It's a consistent thing. And if you look at what he's done against the more physical teams that have bigs down there, that's where he struggled even more to stay on the floor. I would be shocked if you don't see him with an early 2 fouls in this game and him have to sit for the end of the first half and having to manage his minutes after that, which is another reason why I'm pretty scared of what TCU is going to do in this game, both offensively and defensively, because they really have no other options behind him that are worth a shit. So I'm scared about that. But I don't think he's going to be able to stay on the floor tonight, and he has an incredibly tough matchup, whichever way you spin it. He ain't getting 18 PR. And then your guy, you know what your guy Ibuka shot last game, Krabs?
Yeah, he shot toward eights.
It might be something beyond toward eights. He ended with 14 points, but that was only because he was SGA and had 12 free throws. He was 1 of 16 from the field and 0 of 9 from 3. And that was against Cal, who that's looking at like their ACC schedule. That's probably the easiest matchup he's had out of these teams. Like certainly after the gauntlet of Duke, UNC, UVA, all those teams are much tougher to score against. He had 36 against UNC. I mean, give me a break. Cal's perimeter defense is terrible. How did that happen? I really don't know. That was a tough game for him. He wasn't good against Duke either, but that one makes sense. Now you're going to get a Miami team, which you're going to have to score in this one. So it's kind of like not Hunter Huff-ish, because like he took his shots when he needed to in that game and he was kind of ghost for a while. But like Miami tonight, you have Renault, you have Uday, 2 bigs in the paint, and then you have Sheldon Henderson, who he's 6'6". He's a faux big. You know, he can play everywhere you want, but like you're not going to score pretty consistently in the paint against Miami. Like you're going to have to pick up the pace. Obviously, you want a shooting bounce back, but like the guards have to be aggressive, especially if you're shooting from the perimeter. That's really the only way you're going to score, especially if you don't have consistent shooting from your bigs to kind of drag them out of the paint. So everything's on his shoulders in this game. And, you know, obviously want a huge bounce back for him. I think this game could certainly have points. I think Stanford keep it close on the road. I think this is the spot where he steps up and a spot where you know you're going to have to score from the perimeter against Miami, because teams are really not scoring consistently in the paint on these bigs, because defensively between Renault and Uday, shout out former Frog, they've been fucking good in the paint. So everything's on the perimeter here. Load it up.
Okay. A couple things to address here from chats. David Riddich has been dog shit. Krabs, laugh emoji. Riddich has been an amazing backup. Riddich has actually been very good. Wrong. He's not been good of late. In the new year of 2026, in his 5 starts, he's given up 4 goals, 4 goals, 1. He had 1 good start, 3 goals, and 5. That is not good. That's actually bad. He has not been good of late. Maybe he was good to start the season, but he was not good of late because he's given up a shit ton of goals in his last 5 starts. So he's actually been dog shit in the new year.
I missed the of late part of that.
Yeah, he's been dog shit in the new year, for sure. He's been dog shit recently. He has. Dead Larry Bird said, check out Southern Illinois. I like Southern Illinois. I was looking at them today as a favorite against UNI. UNI coming off a win. Certainly could get involved with SIU in that game as favorites at home. That was an honorable mention for the Sharp Report. I'll probably be on that. And yes, we will have a Crab Trap Spaces later tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. Join us on X. Talk some college basketball. Talk through some more of these games. Okay?
Sure.
Awesome. Dubs. Salukis have lost 4 in a row, only won 2 of their last 10, and are favored against a better team. Smells like the pick game. Could not agree more, Dead Larry Bird. Love that take. Love that take. If you guys want to tail the Sharp Report format, I'll drop the link one more time. We'll drop it in the YouTube as well. Appreciate you guys. Okay? Dubs. W follow Clark. Appreciate you, boss. W resub with Prime here. Clark535 coming in with a resub. W Clark. Okay? Awesome. Let's move. W prize big squares. Okay? Let's hope we can smack another Sharp Report format. Second time in 2 weeks. All right?
We got it.
Yep. That'd be good. All right. I'd love to talk about a couple more CBB games. Maybe we can go to the Pikkit board here and look at some of these other CBB games. No need to go over all of them, but we can take a peep at some others. And we'll save the mid-majors, the niche games for the Crab Trap Spaces later today. But I wanted to...
There's one right at the rip we got to get to.
What do we got?
Mississippi Valley State, Delta Devils, Southern Jaguars.
I mean, that
game of night.
That game is actually just.
Is there anyone in chat subscribed to SWAC TV? I need to know who those people are.
Probably not many.
Probably not many.
Game of year, dude.
Probably not many.
Game of year.
All right. I mean, I'm not betting on anybody in that game, respectfully. So the 1-19 Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils, who have not won a game in months, I'd probably lean them on the spread if I had to bet something in that game, but I'm not really looking to be honest with you. Arkansas Pine Bluff and Grambling starts up this afternoon as well. I'm not even seeing a spread for that, so I'm assuming that got canceled. Oh, no, here it is. Grambling -4.5. Ooh. Grambling -4.5, coming off of 3 straight L's against Pine Bluff, coming off a win. That smells like Grambling covers and rolls at home. That could be a play. Grambling State. -4.5. Jovan, any thoughts on Baylor and Cincinnati? 2 teams that are banned. They're now facing off against each other. So that should make for a pretty weird game.
So what are the rules on that? If 2 teams are banned, does that mean you have to bet on the game?
It probably should, yeah. You probably have to place a bet on the game. Yeah.
Dude, that could be so goated.
Both teams
I'll tell you what.
Both teams are fake sharp damn near every game, so I don't even know what the move is.
Yeah, I mean, my head certainly immediately tells me Baylor in this game. I guess both teams are in a kind of a must-need spot, but
yeah,
I mean, 3 god-awful games in a row for Baylor. They typically bounce back after their yearly TCU home loss. It seems like that again, especially because, like, I don't know, Cincinnati has Fiam and Baba Miller, so, like, on paper, they have every advantage against Baylor, who can't grab a rebound. They're, I think, still the worst rebounding team in the Big 12 by a lot. But that just also means the guards are going to have to score too, dude. I don't trust Cincinnati's guards. They're not consistent enough for me. Nor do I really trust Fiam, I guess, to be, like, aggressive offensively. Baba Miller can do it, I guess. But other than Baba, I don't know if there's anybody I trust to, like, dice Baylor up.
Okay. All right. W. Clark, Subby, appreciate you, boss. You're him, Clark. JJJ Quack says, thoughts on South Carolina, Florida will be boots on ground. A Carolina fan, but I think Florida length is going to much kind of like the over. Oh, muck, he says.
Muck.
Kind of like the over, he said, in South Carolina and Florida.
Yeah. I mean, you could try and tell me how South Carolina is defending any of the Florida bigs. I couldn't give you an answer.
Yeah, I mean, the overhitting is just dependent on Michi Johnson and the Gamecocks making their threes, because that's all they do is jack threes. So if you want to bet on them to make their threes against Florida and that big-ass team, you be my guest. I would just take Florida to absolutely roll coming off a loss, to be honest. Against a very undisciplined Gamecocks team, I think they get absolutely destroyed. I think this is a Gator smash spot. That's why they're up from -9.5 to -13.5, bro. That is an insane line.
I was obviously looking at all the squares. I mean, easily. I mean, the greenest collection of squares as a team and the most in the pop tab is all South Carolina.
Wow. Huh.
Which makes sense. They're playing Florida, but I mean, you can't really even pick somebody to fade because the whole team's an option.
Yeah, that might be belt to ass. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to check this out?
Nah.
Ooh.
Nah. Nah.
Ooh.
You're joking. He has a UCL Fugazi. He can't name one player on those 5 teams.
Not one.
Any thoughts on Leverkusen ML?
I mean, that is just. I mean, they're all fat favorites, Krabs, I believe.
Right.
Can double check these lines, but
there's not a world where all 5 of these win these games on the ML. There's no shot.
I mean, if he does it, I will tip unbelievable cap.
This is like the one sport that you should never parlay greasers, because you know one of those games is going to tie. At least one of those games is going to tie. It's probably going to be 0-0. Oh.
Yeah. I will say, I guess the one, not that he was going to put it in there anyway, because they are just disgustingly huge favorites, but the one team I think might be on upset watch is not there. But they're like -800. So, I mean, I don't know. Trent, I think the last time he did this, he got pretty close.
Okay.
The last time there was a full UCL slate all at the same time, he had like 4 or 5 or something. So maybe he gets close and does it again. That would be interesting. Tip some cap.
All right.
I do have a square that I like, Krabs, related to this game or related to UCL.
What do you got? What do you like?
It's not really a square, like a chart read like I usually do for the squares that are up, the goals allowed squares, but Liverpool goalie is up for half a goal allowed today against Carbog. That's a team I think might be very live to make things really weird out of all of the massive dogs on the slate today.
Mm.
They're scoring a goal.
Damn. I'm down to take that with something.
Didn't laugh.
What should we pair that with?
Would be a crabby pair.
What would be a great pair?
Aaron Judge.
Judge.
What a pair that is.
I mean, that looks like a good pair.
Wait, you want to take his more than goals allowed?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm out.
Krabs.
Bro, what happened to you, man? You're taking square straight bets, favorites. You're taking
Krabs.
more thans with green charts. What happened to you, man?
The bar that they're showing is from a separate competition.
Okay.
It's irrelevant. The team that we're taking to score is plus 2,000 on the ML.
Jesus. Okay. All right, I'm bought back in. Warabang? Warabag? That's the team name they're playing against?
Yeah. Goated.
Anybody ever heard of Quarabag? Are they scoring?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The goats from Azerbaijan.
Okay. Anybody in chat know shit about that team?
They're a fun team. Weird team.
Okay. Their teams to score is minus 110. Interesting.
How, dude?
Bob under goals, man. I believed. I know, Trent. I understand, brother. I don't know why that was the one pick out of all mine that you decided to tail, but it was dog shit. Just like my card yesterday.
Super goat, and he bought in.
Holy Holland.
I mean, yeah.
Red.
That's just. Josh, should we take Carbog ML? That's some shit that Josh would be sweating in Champions League. Carbog plus 2,000. Props and chops is so in.
What are you thinking over there, Krabs?
I'm just getting pissed off that Trent tailed my keg. All right. Yeah, I'm done looking at soccer squares. I really could not give two shits about these plays. Respectfully. Let's go back to Pikkit. Let's look at some college basketball games. Games that actually matter. There was one. I do like Baylor plus 3.5, by the way, against Cincy. There was another early game. Not that early that I was looking at.
Texas Auburn.
Boston plus 2.5 against Navy in college basketball. I really don't want to fade Navy, but I mean, the spot screams Boston here. Boston's 8-13. They've lost 3 of their last 4. Really struggling. The Terriers, a team that's made the tournament in recent years. But this year, they've not been great. They're not in a great stretch right now. Navy's on fire right now in CBB. They actually have the most efficient score in college basketball this year. Best field goal percentage on their team, which is crazy. They've won 4 of their last 5. They're 15-6, and they opened up minus 1.5 on the roads against Boston. Kind of smells like some cake for the midshipmen, not going to lie. Kind of like Boston. Plus 2.5 now at home.
Super rare Navy fade.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get to the counter with that, but I was eyeing that one for sure.
I want to talk this game with you because it probably would have made the sharp report, and I'm still going to play it. I was a little sketched about the line, though, so I was expecting it to be a little shorter for them to be favorites. It's the Marshall night because they're coming off of that game where scored 115, shot 50-something threes, shot the lights out, playing the Texas State zone now after Texas State just got just destroyed. I was kind of expecting them to be favorites, not on the basis of like looking at Bartorvik or Ken Palm or anything, but just in my head. So seeing the minus 3.5, I was a tad surprised, which made it off the list of like my favorite plays, but I feel like we still have to take something.
Yeah, I'm pretty blown that game against South Alabama got postponed, man. I'm pretty blown about that. Was really, really excited to fade Marshall.
Yeah.
Now they've had some extra rest. They're coming off of just an insane scoring affair. I would lean Texas State here on the spread. I don't know if I want to take it. Maybe Marshall team total under could be a look as well.
Yeah.
Coming off a 115 to 60 piece.
I mean, it's got knocked. Texas State did too.
They just got destroyed by JMU in their last game. Ooh, we got an auto tail redeemed. Wow.
Oh, no way King Julian's in chorus. Dude,
What could this be?
Oh my God. King Julian's going to hit Wales.
I know what it is, Calby. Irish twin natty. Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Is he a Notre Dame fan?
Calby is, yes.
Dude, is King Julian going to start for the Rockies?
Probably.
Texas
Dude,
State,
he's
actually gonna
9.5. It's hitting.
Now we got to tail Texas State. I'm in.
Texas State. Yeah, I was planning on doing it anyway. Now we're in.
Let me lock it in right now real quick. Texas State Bobcats.
Let's lock it in.
3.5.
Kind of soft, Calby. I'll say it. There we go. Yeah, 2 P's if you're interested.
Oh. That's just.
I got plus 3.5, minus 106.
Bang.
Word.
Bang.
Okay. Awesome. W auto tail. That's a play that we were certainly eyeing already. So could be a dubs. W Kyle B, we appreciate you, boss. Okay. Look at these splits too. Everybody's nuking Marshall.
Yeah. I mean,
There was another CBB game I was looking at. Let's see if I can find it.
Chat. If I put King Julian in the go well, you gonna be mad?
Javon, please don't do that.
No, I'm not even making one, man.
He's going to get sent down.
W slander
takes
7-stream streak.
Trent takes my pitcher again. I'm not placing go well.
I mean, he's
Not
been
doing
bussing, waiting for him to be put up on the board, so he's going to do it.
No, I'm actually not letting him get away with that, man. I'm gonna boycott Goat Wales if he takes my pitcher.
I like Tennessee that just flipped back to a favorite on the road against Georgia. Any thoughts on that game?
Yeah, you know my thoughts on Georgia. I hate the spot because Tennessee just beat Bama, even though it was a Mickey Mouse Bama team because they were super injured, and then Georgia just finally got exposed and got destroyed by Texas.
Yep.
So spot definitely says Georgia, but I don't think Georgia's very good, especially because they like to play fast. You're going against a team that's going to muck it up and play slower. You're going to have to shoot over the top of them. Again, I wish they're coming off of a better shooting game, but I don't think their shooting is reliable and consistent as is. So I think it's a shit matchup for them, and I think it's the product of who they are. So I mean, I don't love it, again, because of the spot, but definitely lean Vols.
Okay. Thoughts on Xavier and Seton Hall? Seton Hall coming off of 4 straight L's.
Yeah,
Xavier kept the
Seton
game
Hall-
close against St. John's and Creighton. 2 very close L's.
Yeah, I just have no interest in getting involved with Seton Hall because I think they actually just might not be good.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happens in this game, I mean they can cover, but I still think they're not very good.
Okay.
I think we're starting to see that. But
Yeah.
Xavier also stinks.
Thoughts on Oregon plus 4.5 at home without Nate Biddle against UCLA coming off that big win? 2 big wins.
Yeah. 2 big ones. You know who just hates sharp plays, though, is Oregon.
Yeah, they do.
Hates them.
Yeah, they do.
So, I mean, they got everything lines up and says Oregon fading UCLA after, a couple big wins, too. Northwestern one was impressive. I didn't know how they were going to spawn in that one, but it's got to be the spot.
Not really sure why Colorado State's down to 8.5 with how they've looked of late against San Diego State, who's coming off a statement W. Looks pretty
Yeah.
sharp for the Rams.
Yeah.
But look at these people
mean,
betting on them on the spread.
That game, that could be a pretty fat under game.
Yeah.
which, I mean, it's any game with an under in San Diego State in it is one that makes sense, but
Yep.
they just shot like, I don't know off the top of my head, but it was like 15 threes in their last game against UNLV and made like 9 of them.
Mm.
Fact check me, it was somewhere close to that, but they're like super efficient. It's like I would think that they run Colorado State off the line because all Colorado State wants to do is shoot threes. They make them give it to Jorgensen, and then San Diego State kind of wants to do the opposite, so they'll probably make Colorado State or make San Diego State shoot again. They're probably not going to be as efficient. How that game has points, I don't know.
Mm. Chat's asking thoughts on the Trey Carroll point square for Xavier. Yeah, it's super green, but he's also a me guy and jack shots. So if they're losing as well, he's probably going to be jacking them.
You probably want that.
Do like the less than, but
more than better.
I mean, he's a me guy. So I like Colorado State against San Diego State. A little bit concerned by those splits up on the screen there. A little bit surprised by those splits, not going to lie. Minnesota, Wisconsin. Kind of like Minnesota. After they broke our hearts over the weekend, they have not beaten Wisconsin in like eons. Wisconsin was playing better, and then they just lost to USC in their last game. So kind of lean to Minnesota.
I can tip cap to that. I don't mind that.
Okay.
Trying to look through the rest of the late nights here.
If you're going to play Florida, are you just going to take them on the spread?
Yeah, I would just take them straight up.
Okay.
Because it's either going to go one of two ways. Like if South Carolina, which again, I'd be stunned if they found out how to gather the materials to guard Condon, Shinyulu, and Huff. If they do, like it's going to be close and that'll be a miracle. But if they don't, it's going to be belt to ass on both ends of the floor. Like they're not going to be able to stop them from scoring, nor are they going to make enough shots to make a difference when they can't score on the inside themselves.
Yep.
So it's one way or the other with this game. It's either South Carolina comes close to winning or it's Florida by 30.
Okay. I just locked in the Gators minus 13. Minus 104.
Sure.
Okay. I think that was it. Oh, Evansville I liked. Plus 9.5 on the road against Drake, who's been red hot. Evansville's been struggling. I thought this would be double digits. Drake has been on fire. I liked Evansville on the spread here, plus 9.5.
I could get down with that. So sneak. I like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that was it from CBB there for me. Were there any other games you wanted to look at, or do you want to go check out the other sports going on?
Yeah, I mean, Wazoo is catching my eye. Minus 2.5 late night against Seattle. It's kind of a short home favorite, though. I try to pick my spots with those, but that one definitely caught eye. I think I could win that game. Portland Pacific is a super odd game. Super odd late night game. And I'm shocked that Portland is getting as many points as they are against dog shit Pacific. Because Portland's actually sneaky been really good lately. Minus their, like they lost Pepperdine, which is a really shit loss. But other than that, like they covered and almost won a game they had no business being in against St. Mary's in their last time out as 15-point dogs. They beat LMU outright as 9-point dogs. They're beating Oregon State. They beat Pacific first time around as plus 2.5 dogs at home. I have no idea why they're minus or plus 7.5 in this one. It doesn't make any sense to me. But that probably spells one thing, because Portland has one plan on offense. It's Joel Foxwell, Steph Curry, shoot from the parking lot, take 1 billion threes. He's been on lately, and that's why they've been winning these games or playing them super close. If he shoots tour dates, it's over, and they're going to lose by double digits. So I have kind of have a feeling that's going to happen.
All right. Cool. We check the Rangers splits for the NHL. We certainly can, Pax Picks. We certainly can. Auto tail was Texas State plus 3.5 against Marshall. That was the auto tail. Already locked that puppy in.
That is a lot of Rangers wagers. I'm kind of shocked to see that.
A lot of Rangers ML bets.
Yeah. It's kind of odd.
Sorry, Goots. I accidentally just unpinned that on Twitch. Try to hit the back button. Yeah, it's a lot of bets on the Rangers. That's a good sign for our Islanders square. You know?
Yeah.
Really good sign. Okay. WGS Leezy, G Sleazy, getting involved with a follow. Appreciate you and Slander coming in with the stream streak. All right, chat. YouTube is buzzing here for Stanford and Texas games. So let's go back to CBB here.
I mean, kind of talked about what I thought about Stanford. I think Stanford can play that game real close. And again, it pretty much always comes to Okorie in this game. Like, if he has another shit shooting day, this game's probably not close. If he plays a little bit better, like I think he's going to, they're going to cover this game.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's a play on Stanford is a play on Okorie is more than points.
Yeah. He's pretty much their whole team. Yep.
Yeah. Especially now that I don't know why I'm blanking on his name, but their big man has been hurt like the last couple of games and he's still going to be out. Which that's horrid news. Another reason why they also are going to have to need him to shoot a bunch in this game.
Yeah. It's going to have to be the Okorie show. Texas and Auburn. Pretty good game. Two teams that are so inconsistent. This one's at Auburn, ESPN 2, 6 p.m. Central. 13-7 Auburn against 12-8 Texas. Pretty even battle here. I don't know. I probably would lean Auburn on the spread here, but not in love with anything. As you can see, Texas is a little public there on the spreads. Interesting.
Yeah, this is literally ISIS versus Hamas, these two teams.
Yeah,
especially not even just the teams, but the spots too. Like Texas just dominated. They got like they're one of like 2 big wins at home they have all year, and they dominated Georgia. They got the unranked home win by 20. And Auburn, demolished from start to finish.
Yeah,
looked great in their last game. So I mean, it's tough. I would say Auburn, gun to my head, but wouldn't love it.
Definitely gonna let this game splooge. Certainly. Dead Larry Bird, I do like UTEP. UTEP is so bad. I believe they're favorites today. Pretty crazy. UTEP is just, they're -2.5 against a team with a winning record. So I'll be on UTEP.
NBA player on that team.
On UTEP?
They're playing Louisiana Tech.
Ooh.
And one guy that left the G League, went back to where he went, Louisiana Tech. Forget his name.
Oh, Kenneth Lofton?
Yeah.
No, it's if he got Centel Gates.
Did I get Centelled?
I don't think Kenny Lofton's actually playing in
Kenny Lofton's not playing.
CBB. I think that was fake.
All right, now we're talking for me.
I think that might have been fake. That's okay. I am going to lock in UTEP here as a favorite. I'm going to lock them in right now before I forget. UTEP. People sleep on the Miners, man.
They probably should. They are horrid, but hopefully not tonight.
Yeah. Well, that spread is moving and grooving. Why are they almost up to 3?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, it's actually just.
It's pretty weird.
I'm
taking a -2.5.
Okay.
-113. Okay. Can we see that head one
time?
time? You really want to see it, bro? Why is this part so much darker than the rest? Shiny. Chad, I got one of these, like, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's like a brush thing. You like roll the parts of your head that don't really have hair anymore, and it's supposed to bring back hair. It's like micro needling, apparently. It's the new meta. People are talking about it. It makes little micro cuts in your head so that your hair grows back. Apparently, it like rushes blood to that spot and helps your hair grow. Sounds safe, right?
Steak, you did. I'm on their team total under. Krabs likes the frogs, though.
Derma roller. Yes, Rita. Yep. Steak, I'm on TCU. Jovan is on the team total under for TCU. Pretty sure that's what you just said, though. So.
Yes, yeah.
Cool. Well, if there is one silver lining for old Krabs on that Berg, it is your own school. It's tough to cap for anybody.
It's tough to cap. I mean, knock on wood, I do it. Or have done it pretty well this season, though.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
people forget, I took them against Michigan. They almost won. But I think that game, I think that the Michigan game is kind of a perfect mold for this game. Like, I think this game very well could be like 60-55.
Shouldn't I be the one giving final say here as the owner of Fort Worth, or what?
Nah.
Or what?
Nah.
Kind of like the under. I think
You like the under?
Houston's defense bounced back.
Ooh.
They've been playing kind of knock lately.
Yeah. I would.
They might just
I
be
can't even
knock.
imagine. I can't even imagine what those practices look like.
Oh, dude.
the
Kelvin
last couple
is
days.
pissed.
I would actually die.
Be a-
I am thinking about that.
Yeah.
Of what Kelvin Sampson was making them do after giving up 90 in the game they lost on the
Being
road.
the fly on the wall on that campus.
Yeah, that would be insanity.
Some in the chat just said, Jovan, check out LeBron threes. Trent might be onto something. I mean, he only has a half a three or a 2.5 demon.
Maybe it got taken down then. But you know
Yeah.
where LeBron is tonight, Krabs.
Where?
Talk about something
Ooh,
that's gonna be
Cleveland. Me
all
guy.
over Twitter.
Yep.
And already is. Yeah.
Yep. Me guy. Sure. Lancer
Me guy,
Doll said,
bro.
just embrace the bald look. Looks better than trying to manufacture hair. Does it though, Lancer? I don't think it could look much worse than what I got going on right now. So I'm going to try to manufacture some hair. And then if it doesn't work, I'm going to get a turkey. Sound good? Thank you, Lancer Goff. That being said, I think it's about that time for a little squad ride poll. You gents ready? W's? Goots, do me a favor if you're around, my man. Run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. Dubs. Squad rides have been horrendous. Horrendous. Embarrassingly bad. We got the Yap showing us up. They're like 102 on their plays a day. They are. They are showing us up. The new kids on the block are stuffing us in a locker, and I'm embarrassed and I'm pissed. So something has to change today. We are 6-10-1 in January. That is unacceptable. Embarrassing. Fix it.
You
And
know
I'm
you
talking
fix
to
it,
you guys
Krabs,
and I'm
right here.
talking to me. Fix it. Okay?
You know how we fix it.
How do we fix it?
We fix it with points and tally.
Okay?
I really haven't super vouched for an over in the squad ride poll in quite some time because I know your thoughts on them. So I make sure when I do, I'm pretty confident.
156.5. I trust, man. I'm tailing. I trust. Also, we still need a formal apology on the feed for the LeBron play. You don't have to address it to me. Just address it to Goots. Formal apology by
I'll keep
EOD.
you in that. I'll do that on the
Good.
I'll do that on the or quote tweet that for the King of the Board play today.
Please.
Cool.
Once
Please.
that graphic.
Need an
goes.
apology.
Cool. I like the sends on the ML, and the chat hated that play, so that's a really good
did hate
spot
that
we're already in.
Yeah. Let's go Sens.
Might have to go to some other nasty plays today.
Yeah.
We got a couple Bergs, a couple disagreements, which is fine.
Santa Clara's.
Santa Clara is a good look. Florida, UTEP, Texas State.
It could be Texas State.
I really liked where were they? SIU. I like Tennessee. Evansville. I like North Texas a lot. That's one we didn't talk about, but I like North Texas a lot, plus 9.5 against Tulsa. They typically own Tulsa, and they have not been playing well of late. Tulsa's been a wagon, 17-3. I like North Texas. Stanford, I thought was a pretty good look as well against Miami. A lot of quantity, not a lot of quality today. Tried quality yesterday, it didn't work. Should have done the opposite. So today I'll do the opposite, and then it probably should have been a quality day. But the quantity is there for today. Plenty of plays, plenty of options. You want to put Santa Clara in there, and then maybe we pick one of these other ones?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I think we get Florida. Fade the pop tab.
Really? Yeah, fade the full pop tab. That's right out of the Krabs book.
Minus
Now that I think about it.
13.5. Looks like the consensus line there. Okay.
Entire pop tab.
Let's run it. 4 plays, 4 winners. Let's run it. 4 plays, 4 winners. We've got Cal, Florida State over 156.5. We've got the Sens on the ML. We've got Santa Clara minus 9.5. And we've got Florida minus 13.5. Okay. 4 plays, 4 winners. Get involved, please. Please. Get involved. Lock in your favorite plays for the squad ride.
Dude, I might have to get a bozo pack up and moving today. Keep looking back at that Pacific game. They ain't losing, man. That could also sneakily be a good fade on prospects. Not for any ball reason, but the only reason Portland gets blown out in that game is because Joel Foxwell does not shoot well, despite his 25 shots he's going to put up. Could go Pacific and Houston. That might be too fat. It's too fat. Any bozo pack legs you love, Krabs, or have thought about?
Not a ton. I mean, shocker. I like a lot of dogs today.
Yeah.
I mean, George Mason's probably not losing, coming off a loss.
Ooh,
They play Davidson. They're coming off a pretty bad L. So George Mason catching some steam as well, up to 7.5. I don't hate them.
Okay.
Seton Hall probably winning. Maybe they don't cover that number, but Xavier owns them, and that's some serious line respect coming off of 4 losses. I don't hate Seton Hall in the ML.
Okay. Speaking. Try to do same combinations here. Try not to aggressively double dip AB. Because I would just put one of Houston or Santa Clara in here, but that doesn't get you nearly enough.
I would keep Houston out because they're not winning. So.
Oh, Houston's winning, Krabs.
That'll save you some coins.
There's a chance the Frogs cover. They are not winning.
We'll see. It feels identical to Indiana and Purdue last night. We'll see how it plays out.
Is it? I don't know. Indiana was in Purdue was in double desperation because they're off of 2 losses. And Indiana's been horrid for like the past month, minus 1 game. Feels a little different. Speaking from the fan perspective, would be super excited to watch this game because now they've started playing better. They just won a game on the road against our rival without our best player playing. Now you get them back for the most important game of the year. So I'd be juiced up for this game. The better in me says TCU's getting their best player back. Houston's up to 7.5 on the road. Last time Houston came here, it was the best schemed game that Jamie Dixon has ever had. The other times it's been absolute dog shit. I don't know if Houston's losing back-to-back in the Fort. But we'll see. It'll be a gross competitive game. I don't think there's a world where Houston blows them out of the water.
Okay. I hope so, Gav. Fordham ain't losing, Kyle B says.
Fordham.
Ron, that's pretty cool, man. W's.
Minus 218.
W Ron. Get those votes in, chat. Hurry up. Go, go, go. You got about 1 or 2 minutes left. Still plenty of time to head over to X and lock in your vote in the squad ride poll. Let's hope it goes a little bit differently than it's gone the last couple. Officially on a cold streak for the squad rides. And just absolutely embarrassed that we're getting outgunned and outmanned by the boys on the Yap on their POD. So something's got to give. Something's got to change here. I'm hoping the chat hits the reset button. And would love to get some winners flowing for the squad ride poll. Some winners. Okay, some plays that are winning would be really cool. Because right now we're 6-10-1.
Who's stuck?
Terrible. Embarrassing. Yep. All right, get those votes in, chat. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Kyle B, man. Come on. You can make it work. Make sure you guys RSVP to the Super Bowl party, please. RSVP to that pup. Okay? Dubs. Yeah, we're getting outgunned and outmanned by click and pray square book plays, and it's really pissing me off. So we gotta change something, man.
Atlanta ML just went from plus.
We gotta change something.
GG Fugazi. Nah.
We gotta change something. We gotta fix something. We gotta start seeing some green.
Squad ride.
What do we got?
Cal FSU over.
Wow, Cal FSU over. Awesome.
Super rare fun.
Yep. W over, W squad rides. Cal, Florida State over 156.5. We appreciate you guys. W stream today. We'll be back tomorrow and the next day, same time, same place. Stick around for the Yap. We'll be.
Peace.
We're out.
Word.